Salam my dudes, SaiyanSalamander here, and welcome to the latest video in my Ani-Poke mini-series, where I talk about my top 6 Pokemon that I'd like to see Ash capture in Pokémon Journeys. I've already gone over every region from Kanto to Unova, so now it's time to talk about the Kalos region, and which Pokemon I'd like Ash to catch from Generation 6. So without further ado, let's start this off with number 6. Kicking things off with my Kalos list is the royal Pokemon Pyroar. I know Talonflame is already part Fire, but I originally thought that Pyroar would be part of the Fire Water Grass core that Ash usually had in his team, but I ended up being wrong on that. The only Fire-type Ash caught in Kalos was Talonflame, and for the first time in the anime series, Ash never caught at least one Fire, Water and Grass type, as Ash never caught a Grass-type Pokemon this time around. Pyroar is also a great reference to Lysander, as it was his ace in the X and Y games and the anime, so Ash using Pyroar would be a nice callback to that character. But the overall reason Pyroar's on this list is just because I like the Pokemon. It's got a unique typing of normal fire, and it's just a cool looking Pokemon. My favourite animals are cats, so I just love this big floof fire breathing lion. Plus Ash hasn't caught a fire type since Litten in Sun and Moon, so I think Pyroar would be a great choice. The next Pokemon I'll be talking about is yet another evolution, which is of course the only evolution from Generation 6, the intertwining Pokemon Sylveon. Like I said numerous times before, I love all the evolutions, and they're some of my favourite Pokemon across the whole series. Out of all the evolutions though, I don't think Sylveon is a likely catch for Ash, but he still hasn't caught a fairy type yet, unless you count Mr. Mime, so I think it'd be great to finally see him use one. I'd love to see him catch all the evolutions, but since this is a Generation 6 list, I'm just here to talk about Sylveon. I also think this would be a great reference to Serena, since she only had a team of 3 Pokemon, and I think they're all memorable, and people would instantly think of her if Ash caught any of the 3 Pokemon that she used in X and Y. I can see Sylveon having a funny interaction with Ash's Dragonite. Maybe it's really friendly and very huggy like Dragonite, but Dragonite's scared of it because it's a fairy type, so I can see some funny moments happening between the 2 Pokemon. Next up on the list is the Despot Pokemon, Tyrantrum. To this day, Ash has still never caught a fossil Pokemon, and out of all of them, Tyrantrum is my favourite one. I really hoped Ash was going to be the one to catch Aerodactyl recently, but Go ended up being the one to catch it instead. But if Ash was only to catch one fossil Pokemon, I'd want him to catch Tyrantrum. It's an insanely powerful Pokemon that would be a great addition to his team. He already has a Dragon type with Dragonite, but Ash has 2 fighting types on his team currently, so why can't he have 2 Dragon types as well? It'll also be a great reference to Gran, one of the gym leaders in the Kalos region, as Tyrant was his ace in the games and the anime, so it'd be nice for Ash to catch the Kalos region's aces in order to reference all the gym leaders. I'd say maybe it could reference Ash's Gible too by affectionately biting Ash when Tyrant or Tyrantrum's happy, but I think Ash would literally die if his Tyranno Pokemon started munching on him. Now that we're reaching the top 3, I'm going to be talking about one of my favourite Pokemon from Generation 6. It's the Constraint Pokemon, Meowstic. I've talked about paired Pokemon in other lists, but I think this is literally the perfect pair for Ash and Go. Female Meowstic is more battle heavy, so I think it would suit Ash more, whereas male Meowstic is more supportive. So I could see it not battling much, but being really good at assisting Go with his captures. Kinda like how Reboot sometimes will kick a Pokeball back at a Pokemon. Maybe they could each end up catching the opposing one, so that Go can register both in his Pokedex. Ash catches male Meowstic, and then Go catches female Meowstic. But they realise the other is a better fit for each other, so they end up trading. Go ended up trading a Pinsir for a Heracross a while back. And Ash has traded with one of his friends before too, back in the Diamond and Pearl series, where he traded his Apom for Dawn's Weasel. And maybe it could happen again, but this time he trades with Go. I say this every time I talk about a Psychic type Pokemon in these wish lists, but Psychic is one of the 2 types that Ash has never caught aside from Fairy. The only Pokemon he has of both of these types is Mr. Mime, and I'd count that as more of Delia's Pokemon than Ash's Pokemon. It was nice seeing Ash use Mr. Mime in a battle before, and I like seeing him use Gengar, as it has the same tricky, unique fighting style. But I'd love to see him catch a Psychic type like Meowstic, and see what wacky and random battle tactics he could come up with while fighting with them. Onto the silver medalist of this list, and another reference to one of my favourites of Ash's companions, Serena. It's a daunting Pokemon, Pangoro. Honestly, when the anime first got announced, I thought Pancham would be a Pokemon that Ash caught in the series. But then Serena caught it instead, and I was totally okay with that. It was a sweet breakdancing bean that rocks some cool as fuck sunglasses as well. But since she unfortunately has been away from the series since the end of X&Z, we haven't seen Pancham in a while. Also, if Serena comes back, I can't see Pancham evolving. It'd just be weird seeing that floofy bean evolve while it just intimidatingly stares you down while breakdancing, and with very, very tiny sunglasses. But if Ash catches a Pangoro, we can have the cute-ass breakdancing panda and the badass Jotaro Kujo at the same time. It's a win-win. Maybe we can further reference Serena's Pancham by having an item of clothing still. If Ash's Pango does have some sort of clothing, please let it be a hat. We need one of Ash's Pokemon to just make a constant JoJo reference. Can even use close combat and shout Goro Goro instead of Ora Ora. It's literally perfect. So yeah, to sum it all up before the number 1 pick, I just really like Pangoro. I want to see Ash reference one of or all of Serena's Pokemon in Pokémon Journeys. And finally, I just want to see one of Ash's Pokemon be a massive JoJo reference. Finally, for the number 1 pick on this list, it's another Pokemon I originally thought Ash was going to capture in the original Gen 6 anime. It's the spiny armor Pokemon, Chestnut. Clement was a weird one since he was an electric-type trainer, but he also had a Bunnelby and a Chespin too. Gen 6 was the very first time Ash never caught a grass type, and it marked the first region that Ash never caught a fire, water, and grass type, with him not completing the type triangle since the Gen 5 anime. If Ash had just caught a Chespin, he would have managed to complete the type trio again, and I would love to see Chespin being like Turtwig, super fast and agile at first, and then evolving and having to adjust to its new size and lack of speed. Chespin's my favourite of the Kalos starters, so I would love it if Ash could catch one during his adventures. I also want him to catch a Delphox to complete the Kalos starter trio, but unfortunately Delphox didn't quite make it onto the list this time around. Other than Grookey, who I really don't like anyway, the Chespin line is the only grass-type starter evolution line that Ash hasn't captured yet in the anime, so I'd really like for Ash to complete the grass-type set, without Trash Monkey of course. And with that, my Gen 6 Pokemon Journeys wishlist has come to a close. Hope you enjoyed part 6 of this mini-series, and if you did, I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and check out the other videos in the series if you haven't already seen them. I also make some videos on other series, mainly Fire Emblem, but I've branched out to Smash Bros. And Fall Guys in the past, and I plan on branching out to even more games than anime in the future as well. If you're interested in Let's Plays or Nuzlocks, I do a bunch of content live over on Twitch too, and cut up and upload the VODs over on YouTube, so please check out the Twitch and YouTube VODs if that sounds like something you're interested in. That's all for now, so hopefully I'll see you in a couple weeks for the Alolan finale of this series. Until next time, my dudes, bye.